You were never supposed to hear this. In fact, there are entire systems designed to keep you from ever stumbling across what you're about to learn. Not because you can't handle it, but because once you do, you'll never fit back into the world the same way again. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like something was off? Like everyone was following a script you couldn't see? People smiling, shaking hands, pretending. But underneath, there was this quiet vacancy, as if everyone had agreed silently to never ask the real questions. That feeling? That's your alarm clock. It means you're starting to wake up. You see, most people don't live. They repeat. A loop. A pre-programmed cycle written by schools, parents, the news, influencers, corporate scripts, handed down like a baton in a race. No one ever wins. Go to college. Get the job. Buy the thing. Stay busy. Be quiet. Fit in. Obey. And when your soul starts screaming, numb it. Scroll. Drink. Pretend. But deep down, you've always known. You're not here to blend in. You're here to break the loop. Because here's the truth. The system does not reward awareness. It rewards obedience. It doesn't care about your potential. It cares about your compliance. And every second you spend trying to make it in a world built on lies, you're leaking power. Power that was meant for something much bigger than this treadmill they call life. But I need to warn you, this path is not safe. Once you start seeing, you can't unsee. Once you start knowing, you can't unknow. And once you hear what I'm about to say, you will never live like a normal person again. You will feel things others don't. You will notice things they miss. You will be rejected, misunderstood, even feared. But you will be free. You were not born to be tamed. You were not born to be normal. You were born to wake up, to see threshold, and to rise above. The people who change the world aren't the ones who follow the rules. They're the ones who realize the rules were built to trap them. And if that voice in your head right now is saying, wait, this feels true, that's because it is. You've just forgotten how to hear your own soul. This speech will not just motivate you. It will break you in the best possible way. Break the illusions, the games, the noise, the chains. Because before we rebuild your life, we need to burn the fake one to the ground. Let's begin. They gave you a timetable, and you didn't even question it. By 18, you're supposed to know what you want. By 22, you're supposed to have a degree. By 25, you're supposed to be on your way. By 30, a house, a spouse, a career. By 40, stability. By 60, retirement. Then what? Wait to die while scrolling pictures of people pretending to live? Let me say something that will offend the system, but might just save your life. Time is not real, not in the way they sold it to you. You see, the most dangerous prison isn't made of steel, it's made of expectations. You're not chasing your dream, you're chasing a deadline, a date on a calendar that someone else decided should define your worth. What if I told you the only reason you feel behind is because you compared your path to someone else's clock? There is no late, there is no early, there is only now, and what you do with it. Because let me hit you with a truth nobody told you in school. The most dangerous man isn't the richest. It's the man who stopped rushing. The man who walked away from the race and started building his own arena. You want to know how manipulation works? It's simple. Give people a script, tell them they're falling behind, keep them comparing, keep them insecure, then sell them the solution to a problem you invented. It's not a life, it's a countdown. And they make billions off your panic. You ever notice how the moment someone turns 30 or 40, people start asking weird questions? Shouldn't you be married by now? Why aren't you more stable? Shouldn't you have kids? Shouldn't you be smaller, quieter, safer? Here's what they don't want you to ask back. According to who? Who wrote this clock? And why am I killing myself to fit into a schedule that never felt right? Some of the most powerful people in history didn't start until the world thought they were too late. Colonel Sanders did. Didn't sell his first chicken until 62. Vera Wang didn't design a dress until 40. Morgan Freeman didn't land a major film role until 52. You are not late. You are being lied to. So stop rushing. Stop running in a race that wasn't built for you. The real journey doesn't begin when you hit a milestone. It begins when you wake up from the timeline and take back the pen. You don't need more time. You need to reclaim this moment and bend it toward your future. From this point on, you do not follow the clock. You become the clock. There's something inside of you right now, a force, unseen, untouched. But it's there, coiled like lightning behind your ribs. You felt it. In those moments of silence, when the noise fades and your soul tries to speak. In those flashes of anger, when someone tries to belittle your dream and something deep inside refuses to die. In those gut instincts you've ignored but shouldn't have. That power, you weren't taught to use it. You were taught to fear it. From the time you could speak, they started the training. Be nice. Don't talk back. Don't dream too big. Don't be too loud. Don't make people uncomfortable. So you learned to shrink, to silence your edge, to apologize for your fire. But here's what they didn't tell you. You were never meant to be safe. You were meant to be so powerful that people feel it when you enter a room. Not because you yell, not because you boast, but because your presence is undeniable. You think power is noise? Real power is calm. It's grounded. It doesn't need to prove itself because it knows what it is. And you've just forgotten. You forgot that you don't need permission to be great. You don't need validation to be dangerous. You don't need someone to give you a stage. You are the stage. Why do you think society celebrates mediocrity? Because powerful minds are harder to manipulate. Powerful hearts can't be guilted into staying small. And powerful souls? They lead revolutions. So they put you in a system that never rewards intensity. They tell you to calm down when you feel passion. They say, don't get your hopes up when you reach for more. They punish your curiosity. They medicate your drive. They feed you comfort and call it peace. But peace is not silence. Peace is alignment. When your external life finally matches the internal force you've locked away for years. Let me ask you something. What would happen if you stopped dimming yourself for others? What would happen if you let your full power speak? Not once, not briefly, but always. They're afraid of that version of you. So afraid they trained you to be afraid of it too. But not anymore. Because the moment you claim your power, not borrow it, not ask for it, but claim it, everything around you starts to shift. You don't chase things. You attract them. You don't beg for love. You command respect. You don't follow the crowd. You become the storm. And here's the truth. That version of you, the one they tried to hide, he's not coming. He's already here. And he's waiting for you to unlock the cage. Your mind is a weapon. But if you don't learn how to aim it, it'll turn on you. That voice in your head, the one telling you you're not good enough, not ready, not smart, not attractive, not successful, that voice, that's not you. That's programming. Let that sink in. You were not born insecure. You were taught to doubt yourself. You were shown what failure looks like, but never what real victory feels like. You were handed someone else's fears and told to wear them like skin. You think your thoughts are your own? Look closer. How many of your beliefs came from experience and how many came from repetition? Because repetition is the mother of control. Play a lie enough times, it becomes your truth. That's how the world keeps people small, not with cages, but with stories. You'll never make it. People like you don't succeed. Success is for the lucky. Be realistic. You're too old. You're too young. You're too much. No, you're too awake, and that scares the hell out of a system built on sleepwalkers. You want to know the real reason some people win while others suffer? It's not money, not talent, not luck. It's belief. What you believe about yourself determines what you do for yourself. People wait for confidence to show up. It won't. Confidence isn't something you find, it's something you build, like armor, piece by piece, brick by brick, repetition, discipline, proof. But instead of proof, you collect pain. You focus on everything that's gone wrong and wonder why you don't feel strong. Here's the switch. You're allowed to rewire it. You're allowed to choose different thoughts. You're allowed to delete old narratives like files on a broken hard drive. The mind is programmable, and if you don't program it, someone else already has. You ever wonder why some people walk into a room and it's like gravity bends around them? It's not money, it's not followers. It's certainty. They know who they are. They've built a fortress inside their mind, and no one's opinion gets through. You want that kind of mindset? Then kill the weak language. No more "I hope," no more "I'll try," no more "what if I fail." Start speaking in commands. I will. I am. It's done. Because thoughts are seeds, and your words, they're water. Speak weakness, and your mind will grow weeds. Speak power, and you'll grow roots so deep even storms won't move you. You are not your anxiety. You are not your doubts. You are not the voice of fear whispering you should quit. You are the voice that drowns it out. Success is not what they told you. It's not glamorous. It's not viral. It's not sipping champagne on some rented balcony for a photo op. Success is war, and most people aren't built for it because they were raised on comfort. You want to win? You want to rise? Then burn this into your brain. Success is earned in silence, paid for in pain, delivered in private, and attacked in public. No one claps for you while you're becoming it. They doubt you. They question you. They leave you. Because your growth threatens their stagnation. Your evolution exposes their excuses. You will be alone. You will feel invisible. You will doubt yourself more times than you can count. And still, you show up. Not because it's easy, but because you don't have a choice anymore. The moment you decide to change your life, really decide, you declare war on everything holding you back. And trust me, the enemy fights back. Your old habits, your old friends, your old self. They won't go quietly. People think success is about motivation. It's not. It's about refusal. Refusing to give in when no one believes. Refusing to break when the pressure crushes you. Refusing to quit, no matter how hard, how tired, how long it takes. The successful don't want it more. They just refuse to settle. They're obsessed. They're dangerous. They're possessed by purpose. And if you think you're going to slide your way into greatness by being nice, by being balanced, by manifesting and waiting for the universe to hand it to you, you're already dead in the water. This world respects one thing: power. And power respects one thing: discipline. So here's what no one tells you. You don't rise when you're motivated. You rise when you can't be moved, when you execute tired, when you push broke, when you build while you're bleeding, and you do not stop. That's the cost, and most won't pay it. They'll screw. Oh, they'll wish, they'll envy, but they won't sacrifice. That's why this path isn't crowded. That's why success is lonely, because it demands everything. But if you're still here, if you've heard these words and something in you is burning, then listen carefully. Scroll down right now and comment this phrase twice. I am not for sale. Let it be your signal to yourself, to the algorithm, to the world, that you're done playing small, done being soft, done obeying a life you didn't choose. I am not for sale. I am not for sale. Now watch how fast the old version of you starts to burn. Failure isn't the enemy. It's the gatekeeper, the guardian standing between who you are and who you could be. And it will break you, not to destroy you, but to reveal you. But most people, they tap out the second it gets hard, because they've been trained to believe that failure is proof they're not good enough. It's not. It's proof you started. Let me tell you something they'll never say on a stage. You are meant to fail, not once, not twice, but again and again. Because failure isn't a wall, it's a mirror. It doesn't say you're not worthy. It says, look deeper. There's more in you than this. See, this world has mastered one trick: to make you believe that the moment something goes wrong, it's a sign you should quit. But the truth is, that's the exact moment you were about to evolve. And if you leave then, you don't just lose the game. You become part of the system that feeds on quitters. The people you admire, the legends, the overnight success stories, they failed more times than you've even tried. They just didn't stop. Because failure only destroys the people who build their identity on winning. But if you build your identity on growth, you become indestructible. You think you failed because your plan didn't work? Good. Now build a better one. You think you failed because they rejected you? Good. Now become so undeniable that they regret it. You weren't meant to live your life avoiding pain. You were meant to become so strong that pain stops moving you. You don't run from failure. You hunt it. You look it dead in the eyes and say, I'm still here. Hit me again. Because here's the paradox most people never understand. Every failure you survive is a weapon, a scar that whispers, you can't kill me. And there's nothing more dangerous than a person who's already been through hell and kept walking. You want resilience? Then bleed. You want wisdom? Then lose. You want power? Then get up after the fall. Not once, but every damn time. Because success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about stacking it. Stacking rejection, stacking losses, stacking setbacks, until you are standing on top of them. And from there, you don't rise because of your wins. You rise because of your wounds. So let them laugh, let them mock, let them say you'll never make it. Because the only thing more dangerous than someone who wins is someone who fails forward. You've been lied to about the journey. They told you life is a straight line, that if you do the right things, things will make sense, that one day it all clicks, the fog lifts, and suddenly everything feels easy. It doesn't, because life doesn't click. It breaks. And in the pieces, you find yourself. You see, there is no map for your journey. There are no signs, no guarantees, no golden path. There is only one constant: resistance. And here's the secret no one ever told you. You were never meant to avoid resistance. You were meant to go through it, because pain is not your punishment. It's your training. It's the weight you lift to become who you're meant to be. You are not here to have an easy life. You are here to have a meaningful one. And meaningful lives are forged in fire. You will lose people you love. You will lose versions of yourself. You will fail at things you thought were certain. And one day you'll look in the mirror and not recognize the person staring back. That's not failure. That's transformation. Growth is ugly. It's crying at 3 a.m. and still showing up at 6. It's burning bridges that led nowhere. It's standing alone when it would be easier to blend in. It's walking into the unknown with nothing but a spine made of steel. This journey doesn't reward the clever. It rewards the relentless. You want to live a life that actually means something? Then you're going to have to let go of who the world told you to be and become who you really are. And that means walking roads that scare you. It means making decisions that others won't understand. It means saying no to comfort, to approval, to the quiet death of fitting in. But it also means freedom. It means waking up and knowing you're on the right path, even when it hurts. It means looking back one day, not with regret, but with pride, because you built your life. You didn't inherit it. You didn't copy it. You forged it with your own hands, your own scars, your own breath. And when it's over, when the journey ends, you won't be remembered for how safe you played it. You'll be remembered for how many lives you ignited just by walking your truth. That is the real legacy, not applause, not comfort, but impact. So if you're tired, good. If you're afraid, good. If the road ahead looks steep and unforgiving, perfect. It means you're on the right path. because the journey worth taking is never the easy one. They didn't need to chain your body. They just had to hijack your attention. Manipulation in today's world doesn't look like whips and cages. It looks like dopamine hits. It looks like endless scrolling. It looks like distractions so constant you forgot who you were before the noise. They made you addicted to the trivial, outraged over what doesn't matter, numb to what does. You are not free. You are being programmed. Every app, every ad, every post, not designed to inform you, but to control you. Your emotions, triggered on purpose, your fears, amplified for profit, your goals, rewritten every time you compare your life to someone else's filtered highlight reel. Let me tell you how it works. Step 1, flood your mind with noise. Step 2, overload your nervous system until you're too tired to question. Step 3, offer you cheap comfort to keep you numb. Step 4, convince you that chasing pleasure is the same as finding purpose. It's not. You're being led by invisible strings. And the scariest part? You've come to like it. You don't even realize how much of your mind no longer belongs to you. The opinions you hold, the fears you carry, the insecurities you nurse, the language you use to talk to yourself, are they yours? Or were they given to you? Because here's what no one tells you. If you don't take control of your focus, someone else will. If you don't master your mind, it will be used as a weapon against you. Manipulation doesn't always shout. It whispers. It flatters you. It makes you feel like you're in control, while it quietly rewires your reality. And while you waste hours arguing in comment sections, chasing trends, being baited into outrage over things that don't affect your life, your actual life is passing you by. So ask yourself, who benefits from you being tired, distracted, confused, and reactive? Because it's not you. It's not your fault. Tour. And it's sure as hell not your family. The truth is, most people aren't living their lives. They're performing in someone else's theater, but not you, not anymore, because now you've seen it, now you feel it. The manipulation can't hold you if you stop dancing to its music. From this moment on, you move differently. You speak with intention. You protect your time. You filter your input like your life depends on it, because it does. You do not live on autopilot. You do not follow trends. You are not a puppet. You are the one pulling the strings. You've heard the truth. You've seen the blueprint. Now the question is, who are you going to be when this video ends? Because that voice in your head, the one that's been getting louder with every word I've spoken, it's not motivation. It's not hype. It's memory. It's the sound of you remembering who you were before the world told you to be quiet, before they tamed your fire, before you traded truth for comfort. Before you fit yourself into boxes, you were never meant to shrink inside. This, right now, this is your return. You're not broken. You're buried. Under fear, under doubt, under noise. But buried things aren't gone. They're just waiting to rise. You've got one life, one shot, and you do not get to leave this world without becoming everything you were designed to be. You want to be powerful? Then start acting like someone who's already won. Carry yourself like your future is guaranteed, because it is, if you build it. Stop looking for proof. Be the proof. Stop asking for signs. You are the sign. Stop doubting your voice. Your voice changes rooms. They tried to rewrite your story. They tried to edit your strength. They tried to mute your identity. But here you are, still standing. And now it's your turn to rewrite everything. From this moment on, no more asking permission. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. No more tolerating lives that drain your soul. You walk like someone who knows the game. You speak like someone who owns their scars. You move like someone who's already been through the fire and came out made of it. You were never meant to just survive. You were meant to command, to create, to conquer. So look at your life right now and make a choice. Stay a spectator, or become the one they study, stay comfortable, or step into chaos and own it, stay asleep, or wake up and build the legend. Because legends aren't born. They're chosen, they're forged, and they start with a moment just like this one. So before this video ends, go to that comment section. Write it one more time. Not for me, for you. I am not for sale. Say it with spine. Say it with fire. Say it with the weight of every version of you that had to die to get here. Because from this moment forward, you're not waiting to be saved. You are the storm they never saw coming. Now go build what they said was impossible, and don't look back.